Howdy folks, Mystic Hippie here and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. So I've been to my fair share of summer camps and some of my experiences have been so amazing and fun. But that doesn't please the YouTube algorithm. So let's crack open the Storytime Chronicles and dive right into some questionable summertime days. One camp experience that I remember vividly was a day that I got hit in the face by a log. To borrow a line from one of my favorite YouTubers, let me explain. Roll it! The year was probably 2010 or 11, and I was probably still in elementary school at the time. I was visiting my cousins, and my cousin, let's call her Cherry, was going to a summer camp, and being a couple years younger than her and thinking she was pretty cool, I wanted to go with her. Next thing I knew, we were on a bus to camp. I don't even remember the name. I know I said I remember it pretty vividly, but I never really retained the camp name. We're gonna call it VBC. Vacation Bible Camp, because that's basically what it was. When we got to VBC, I was my shy self, I know, can you believe it? Until I made a few friends, who I never kept in contact with. Social anxiety. One day during camp, I was playing a mean game of tetherball with the girls while the boys were off doing their own things because cooties were still very much in effect at this age, I guess. Eventually, the boys got bored of doing their own thing, and they started throwing wood chips at us. Which was rude. And that didn't fly with little me. Like, I was a shy kid when it came to myself, but it was annoying my friends, and I was and always will be a champion of women. So, I gathered a group of my friends to come with me to tell them off. Like, she-wolf-pack mean girl style. We got over there, and before I could really say anything, the log, which was honestly just a really thick branch, but I'm telling the story, smacks me in the mouth. Hard. The guy who did it, Chad, probably didn't even mean to hit me that hard, but I guess my face got in the way of his swing. And that hurt! My gums were bleeding, my teeth felt loose, and I was panicking. At that point, I'd already lost all my baby teeth, and my 2 front teeth had already been knocked out due to a deadly soccer ball to the face. And an orange later in the day. What a childhood mouth injuries. So the teeth that were in there and felt loose were permanent and needed to stay that way. I ran over to my cousin Cherry, and she and I ran out to find someone in charge, and we finally came to the nurse cabin. I remember I sat there for a while, and the nurse gave me juice and sent me on my way. I was a little perturbed. But I guess karma got to him because every night at camp, the counselors would do these very VBS-style dance numbers, but like in different genres, and there was a light show and a slideshow and everything. They were basically little EDM concerts. The counselors would usually snag a few campers on stage with them, usually against their will, and that night, you'll never guess who was up on stage dancing. Seriously, you're never gonna guess. Chad. Lucky for me, my teeth were fine and my face healed from the trauma, and I just kind of looked back at this as generally pretty funny. Still never went back to that camp, though. New end card, because I needed to fix it. Howdy, and thank you for watching. As the title suggests, this is only the beginning of my camp stories, so stay tuned for part 2, which should be out in the next few weeks, maybe June, maybe? I don't know, it's a very busy time for me. In the meantime, I'll post a Q&A video, so if you'd like to be included in that, comment your quirky comments under this video, or DM me on Instagram or Tumblr. Oh, some of my fellow YouTube animator nerds may have noticed a familiar face pop up earlier in the video. That face is Rebecca Parham from Let Me Explain Studios, and if you like what I do, you'll love what she does over on her channel, and she is one of my favorite YouTubers, so I'll link her channel in the description below if you'd like to check her out. This is becoming a really super duper long end card. So like the video if you liked it, comment your quirky comments under the video, and subscribe to see more from me, Mystic Hippie. See you soon folks, and stay classy.